Hi, everyone, and welcome to This Week at the Theater for February 25th, 2022, brought to you by the Sacramento Area Regional Theater Alliance. Oh, we've got lots to talk about this week because there's a number of things going on, so let's get right to it. Just want to remind everybody, if you want to connect with SARTA, you can reach us at sarda@sarda.com. This is not the hardest email to remember, not the hardest website either. We've got some special events coming up. So let's take a look at the special events that we've got happening. We always want to have something that'll help you, the actors, the theaters, the folks out there who are working at this wonderful thing we call theater. We're going to sponsor a headshot day. If you haven't got some great pictures of yourself that you can have with your next resume for your next audition, we're going to give you an opportunity. On March 20th, that's a Sunday, at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we're going to be at a new place, which I'm really excited to be at, called Ghost Light Theater. It's at 1744 Pacific Avenue in Stockton, California. And we are very excited to partner with them. This is a brand new, wonderful theater and event space kind of venue. They have a website, so please go to Ghost Light Theater and take a look at the different kinds of venues they offer. They're planning on having everything from concerts to theater performances to just hosting special events for folks. So we will be having our headshot day there again, Sunday, March 20th at 2 in the afternoon. We'll have more information on the SARTA website, so you can send in your information and get signed up for a spot for the headshot days. They are by appointment. We're going to make sure to check with our photographer, the wonderful Leonard Rowe. And quite often what he'll do is he'll do a special deal where you can actually get an 8x10 or 2 to take with you right there. He'll bring his printer. So we're going to find out if that's happening, and I'll let you know in upcoming broadcasts if that's going to be part of it. But I want to talk a little bit more about Ghost Light Theater, because this is a labor of love between one of our other board members and one of our longtime sort of supporters and theater folk from down in the Stockton area. And there's amazing theater going on down in Stockton. And these guys have put together just a really cool group to be able to provide space for community theater to happen. So Ghost Light Theater is taking submissions for performing acts. Their stage is open for bands, one-person shows, stand-up comedy. Any of you folks out there think you want to be the stand-up comic? Poets, poetry nights and things like that. Open mic nights for poetry are always wonderful. Theater and anything else you can imagine that you would want to put on stage. They offer a very spacious stage with a drum riser, screens, and multiple projection options. So if you want to do some multimedia work there, you can do that. They have in-house sound and lighting packages, so you don't have to worry about who's going to run that. They can help you with that. And they have dressing rooms. So You can have seating from up to 200 folks, or for intimate, or up to 200 people. That's a pretty good house, 200 people. And if you wanted to have a small event, that's a pretty nice space, 200 people. Their venue offers a dance floor. They've got a beer and wine bar available, multi-level balcony type seating, great views, a very cool vibe, they say. I really can't wait to see it. I'm kind of excited to go down there. They've got superb sound in there, and they say there isn't a bad seat in the house. So if you wanted to do a production there, that might be a really good place to consider. Ghost Light will be the premier performance venue in that area, so contact them soon and take a tour. Book your time on the calendar. And let them get you on stage. That would be a great thing to do. Another special event that's coming up, and the reason I'm announcing this is because I've helped with some of the planning and organizing for this, and so have several other folks, and including, you may think, but this is theater, I'm going to announce a Mardi Gras parade. Yeah, there's a lot of theater people involved in this. Go figure. The special event will be the City of Trees Parade. That's this weekend on Saturday evening. And it will be a spectacular cultural showcase, lifting up the diverse and wonderful culture of Sacramento through the format of Mardi Gras. Now, this is going to be on Saturday, the 26th, and it's going to roll through downtown and into Old Sacramento. They're going to end up at a downtown open venue space where there's going to be a Mardi Gras party going on. So you can actually have two events in one. Come down to see the parade and then go to the Mardi Gras party that's happening there. So some of the folks involved: Wide Open Walls, Sacramento NAACP, the Sac Valley Spark. They're partnering with the Curiosity Collaborative to pull off this massive parade to showcase Sacramento's culturally diverse performance and art communities. So get your purple, green, and gold on and find yourself some beads and come on, join the Mardi Gras festivities. There will be some food trucks down there along the parade route, and there'll be restrooms also. Louisiana Sue's own Mardi Gras party will be happening in the Freeway Gardens of Old Sacramento. They'll have drinks and some traditional Louisiana foods and live music down there. The City of Trees parade line has been selected, and there'll be over 600 participants. This is going to be one of the biggest Mardi Gras parades Sacramento has ever seen. The crews will be Deco Fish Twins, Tina B, and the Sacramento Soul Line Dancers. Sacramento's Bike Party will be part of the group. UC Davis has their marching band coming to be a part of this. Infinite Spin Performing Art Fire Spinners and a float for them. The CK McClatchy Dance Team is going to be there. The Sac Squad Roller Skaters will be part of the group. Sacramento Dance Lab will be there. Grant Union High School's drum line will be there. The Sac Valley Spark, No Locale Second Liners will be there, so you'll get some New Orleans music flavor from them too. The Sac High Dance and Cheer group will be there. BTU Arts Youth Brass Band will be there, and a brass band playing Zydeco or jazz would be so appropriate for this event. Quirky Creations Bottle Cap Cars. There's going to be art cars. I don't know how many of you have actually seen some of the amazing art cars that are out there, but people take an automobile and do amazing, crazy things with it. There's lights, there's features, they turn them into something that doesn't look anything like a car. Very cool. This is the kind of stuff that you typically might see at Burning Man, but we're going to have it at the parade. Let's see. Disabilities will be there, Westlandia, Tiny House, Pirate Ship. These are all different art cars that'll be there. Crew of Trees will be there in costumes, and Green Valley Theater Company. So get on down there and take a look at the parade this weekend. That'll be a great thing to take the family to. Standard precautions, if you're vaccinated, I know that's great, but you may want to still put a mask on. There's going to be a lot of people there, so safety is first. So please take care of yourselves. Okay, let's see what else we've got going on this week. Those are the special events. Oh, I forgot the one at Volcano Theater Company. Let's not forget those guys. They're kicking off their 2022 season with a party. I announced this last time, but I wanted to remind folks, just in case there's somebody new out there listening. This is going to be on Saturday, March 12th at the Armory Hall in Volcano. It's called Space Odyssey 2021, and they're encouraging you to wear costumes. So you can get your best alien or space outfit on and go down and celebrate with Volcano Theater. They're going to have at 5 o'clock start having a gathering with fun, and there'll be raffle tickets, so there'll probably be some great prizes available. They're going to have a 6 o'clock potluck dinner. So again, check in with them to see what you can bring to share. And then they're going to start at 7 o'clock the season kickoff. They're going to have a best costume contest. So again, if you got some costume chops that can look like something out of this world, might be a great time to put that on and get on down there. They're going to have presentations for different things, and it says they'll have many other surprises. So I've been to Volcano Theater before, and they do some great stuff up there. So that might be a great party to go to. Go to the 2022 season kickoff party. There's our beautiful graphic for the City of Trees Parade. I gotta tell you, this one should be a lot of fun. They've been working on it so hard for such a long time now. And my crack volunteer that's here with me for these broadcasts and I will both be part of the parade as part of the Green Valley Theater crew. So, come on down and see us. It'll be great fun. There's our information for Headshot Day. Again, if you haven't gotten your pictures updated, we change. Our faces change. Our look, you might want to just freshen up your look for those kinds of things. So we'll have more information on that, both on our website and in our Facebook section for SARTA. So check it out. We'll have more coming. So I think we're up to auditions. So get those resumes and headshots ready if you haven't done so, because now it's time to audition for the shows. They're having a casting call for a show called Love and Laughter, and auditions are being held at the Pamela Dance Studio, 540 Wall Street in Auburn. It's just off Highway 49 and Palm. This is a fundraiser that they're planning for. So the auditions are February 25th and 26th. So that's tomorrow and Saturday. So if you want to be a part of this one, you might want to get on that. Auditions for casting call for Love and Laughter. Let's take a look at what else we've got auditions for coming up. Let's see. We've got Evita, which will be holding auditions on Sunday, March 6th and Monday, March 7th at 7:30 in the evening. This is going to be at the Davis Musical Theater Company, DMTC, for those of you who are familiar with them. And DMTC they put on some great musical theater. So here's your poster for Evita. We've also got Cinderella, which will be part of the auditions, and I mentioned this one before, that they were going to have auditions for that one. The Winters Theater Company is going to be auditioning for some one-act plays, and they'll be produced in April for a special Jubilation of Spring event they're having. It's going to be an evening of music and theater, and they're looking for male and female actors ranging in age from 20 plus, okay? So auditions will be held in Winters on March 7th and March 9th from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. So if you want to get in contact with them, you need to contact Linda Glick, and you can email her, or you can call them at 530-1511. Again, that's 530-304-1511 for more information and to make an appointment to audition for Winters Theater Company. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anybody. No? Let's see. Oh, auditions for Madagascar. Hang on, let me find my information for them because we don't want to forget that one. I think it's coming up pretty quickly. And this is what happens when you don't put your script in order, okay? Then you have to start looking for things because you know it's in there somewhere because you looked at it, right? And I happen to have all of the coming soons and now playings before that. That's my own bad organization. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, here we go. Yeah, we've got Madagascar, which is opening in April, and we've got Cinderella, Madagascar. Let's see. Oh, we already have had those. I should pull that one. That was on Monday. We already had that one. So let's go to Cinderella. I will make that correct for the next time. The Young Broadway Players production of Cinderella is coming up, and this is the Rodgers and Hammerstein Cinderella. So if you haven't seen any of those productions, you can see the one from Julie Andrews back in what was that, 1957, to Leslie Ann Warren in 1965, to Whitney Houston and Brandy in 1997. So it's been done several different times, and the music never gets old. So you can audition for Cinderella. The auditions are Saturday, March 5th at 5 p.m. with callbacks on March 12th at 1 p.m. This is directed by Colton Archie, and your musical director is Jennifer Vaughn, and the choreographer is Topeka Vaughn. So make sure you have your dancing shoes on for that one to make sure you get to the auditions. And there weren't a lot of auditions right now. I was really kind of surprised. Those were the only couple that were in our listing. But that's okay. I mean, we'll have more things happening as the spring goes on, I'm sure. Plaster Community Theater, got one more actually. Oh, no, I already told you about that one, but at Pemelot Studios, yeah. Let's see, yeah, those are the ones for that. Yeah, not that many auditions. So all the rest of you theater companies, let's get something rolling here. People are feeling ambitious about coming back out now. They have lifted some of the mask mandates. Particularly if you are already vaccinated, they're asking people who aren't vaccinated to please still keep your masks on. But check in with the theaters that you're going to find out what their requirements are. I know that some are still checking vaccine cards and asking that you please keep your masks on during performances. The nice thing about it now is that many of them are at least having the actors not have to wear masks because they've been vaccinated. So we're making it out of this slowly but surely, folks. Slowly but surely. Okay. I'm going to take a look at our slideshow, see where we are. Yep, we're now playing. So I am in the right place. Finally. All right. Here we go. Urinetown, the musical. If you have never seen this play, you have got to see Urinetown. When you think of the name of it, you're like, really? I want to go see a play about pee? Yes, you do. It's absolutely hysterical. It's ironic. It's funny. It's irreverent. It's all of those things. You know, and it says, the tagline with it says, because when you gotta go, you gotta go. It's going to be playing at Sutter Street Theater. It's a wonderful, wonderful show. So I'll give you the synopsis for this. In a Gotham-like city, a terrible water shortage caused by a 20-year drought. Wait, are they talking about California now? That could be worrisome. Has led to a government-enforced ban on private toilets, and the citizens must use public amenities regulated by a single malevolent company that profits by charging admission for one of humanity's most basic needs. These are the pay toilets from hell, right? Amid the people, a hero decides that he's had enough and plans a revolution to lead them all to freedom. And it's inspired by the works of Bertolt Brecht and Kurt Weill. Urinetown is an irreverently humorous satire in which no one is safe from scrutiny, praised for reinvigorating the very notion that what a musical could be. Urinetown catapults the comedic romp into new millennium with its outrageous perspective, wickedly modern wit, and sustained ability to produce gales of unbridled laughter. It is very funny. I've seen this at least twice by two different production companies, and it's really, really good. You're in Town the Musical on Fridays and Saturdays starting February 25th, so that's opening tomorrow at 8 p.m. And then Sundays, it's going to be having a 4 o'clock matinee, and it's playing through March 20th on Saturdays and some Sundays at 1. The tickets are $15 to $21, and if you get a group of 10 or more, there's a discount of $2 per ticket. So it pays to get your friends together to go to the theater, right? Birthday parties are also available. I really can't think of a better thing to do for a birthday celebration than to have some dinner and go to a theater production. That could be absolutely great. So if you want to get the tickets for that, you can contact the Sutter Street Theater, sutterstreettheater.com, or you can and go online and get your tickets, or you can phone the theater. Also coming soon to Sutter Street Theater, Sutter Street's putting up some really cool shows, is a production called The Best Man. This was written by Gore Vidal, and some of you older folk out there might remember or know who he is. It's an award-winning play that came out looking at political hijinks. I won't go through the whole synopsis, but it's pretty funny. Well, maybe I will go through. What the heck? Let's do the whole thing. The Best Man, William Russell, ex-Secretary of State, is a wit and a scholar with high liberal principles, beloved of the eggheads and suspected by practical politicians. Sounds like our situations today. Joseph Cantwell is a ruthless and hard-driving young man, a dirty fighter who will let no scruples stand in the way of his ambitions. Sounds a lot like our stuff today. And Arthur Hochstadter is an ex-president who loves politics for their own sake and admires a rough and tumble battler more than a chivalrous one. And he's determined to have the final say in the selection of his party's candidate. Cantwell has gotten hold of papers indicating that his rival once suffered from a mental crack-up. So he's all set to, smear the person, and a scrupulous antagonist comes across some incriminating evidence about Cantwell, which he is loath to produce. The scruples don't appeal to the ex-president Hochstadter, who enjoys seeing both those boys fight it out, and all of this provides the framework for some vivid and intense scenes in which Mr. Vidal contrasts the minds, emotions, and fighting spirits of the two candidates. Will the best man become the next president of the United States? It says it's just as topical today as it was when it was released in 1960, and it totally sounds like it. We still have all of these political games that we play. So this is running from March 4th, so it'll be opening next week, through March 20th. Thursdays at 7 p.m., Fridays and Saturdays at 8 p.m., and Sunday at 4 p.m. So if you want to get reservations for that one, you can also check in at sutterstreettheater.com for tickets. We have a new one to announce. Let me roll forward and make sure I'm showing all these things. We've still also got, there's You're in Town. We've still also got Spell Number 7 playing at Celebration Arts, and Alice in Wonderland playing at the Roseville Theater Arts Academy. And I'm going to go back to, coming soon. That's where I am. Woohoo! We made it. We have a couple of things that are coming up for us and coming soon. The Sac State Theater acting company is presenting The Games Afoot. It's a murder mystery. It's going to be playing Fridays and Saturdays starting March 25th and 26th through April 1st and 2nd at 7:30 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday matinees at 2 o'clock on March 26th, 27th, April 2nd, and 3rd. And this is by Ken Ludwig. So this is a Sac State acting company is presenting a murder mystery called The Games Afoot. Here's our information for Best Man. I love their poster too. Here's one that's coming up that I thought was really fun. I had just said to someone I want to go and see this show, The Cemetery Club. Now, I'm not being morbid. I kind of like cemeteries. I hang out in those. I go visit places and I tour them. Don't laugh at me. All right. This is the Blue Mountain Players who are presenting The Cemetery Club, a comedy by Ivan Mike Schnell and directed by Vicky Hinkle. This is going to open on March 11th, so it's going to be in a couple of weeks. And they're going to have an opening gala that evening, which will start at 6:30. So if you'd like to go to opening night and celebrate with them the opening of this play, that would be a great one. This is going to run through March 26th. Pardon me, and they're going to have Sunday matinees at 2 o'clock, and it's going to be Fridays and Saturdays at 7:30. So, the Cemetery Club, up and coming soon production. Coming soon to Celebration Arts, and this is another one I'm anxious to go and see. I'm excited about this. Is going to be A Midsummer Night's Dream. All right, you Shakespeare people, let's go to the theater. A Midsummer Night's Dream. Every time I see this production, it's just a joy. It's so well written, and typically each theater company puts its own spin on this, and I can't wait to see what Celebration Arts is going to do with it. So this is part of the Macbeth projects, Midsummer Night's Dream. It's directed by Kimberly Marshall, who's the artistic director. It starts on March 18th and will run through April 10th. So we've got a nice springtime show to see. The Midsummer Night's Dream. And if you haven't ever seen this show, first off, I want to ask you where you've been all this time that you haven't seen this particular. If you don't like Shakespeare, this is a great show. A Midsummer Night, because it's funny and it's light and it's fun and the characters are fascinating and whimsical and you know, you're dealing with fairies and satyrs and you know those kinds of things. So it's a blast to go and see this show. So if you don't see any other Shakespeare, go see this one, A Midsummer Night's Dream. City College is still running its production of the Laramie Project, and we had shared about this one before because this is an important piece that they're running. The Laramie Project was based off of the brutal murder, honestly, of a young gay man some years back. It's hard to believe it's been that long now, in Laramie, Wyoming. Many of you probably heard about the death of Matthew Shepard and what had happened to him. And this is the play based on the 2 years of trial and interviews that went on after that. So this is going to be running at City Theater at Sacramento City College. It's going to start on Thursday, March 3rd, and it's going to play through March 13th. And the performances are at 7:30 p.m. on Thursdays and Fridays and Saturdays and 2 o'clock on Sundays. They're going to have a Sunday matinee. So it will be great. This is one that they're doing not only in person at the theater, but they're also going to do a streaming event too. So it's going to be simultaneous streaming online. So if you get your ticket, you can stay home and watch this also online. And the tickets are $15 for general admission, $10 for seniors, SARTA members, veterans, military personnel, and persons with disabilities, and $10 for students. Urinetown made it in here twice. They sent a really nice poster, so I wanted to make sure that got in here again. Also, coming soon to the Woodland Opera House Guild, they're going to present a production of The Hunchback of Notre Dame. This one is a wonderful show for the music. Oh my goodness. If you've never heard the music that goes with Hunchback, I implore you, go watch the Disney film, because that's what you're going to hear, only done live. And I know a bunch of the people who are in this already, who are singing, and it's going to be spectacular. This one's going to open on March 11th, and it will be playing through April 3rd out at the Woodland Opera House. We've talked about how fabulous just the venue is for that, for the Woodland Opera House. So please put it in your calendars to have a time to go and see A Hunchback of Notre Dame. Green Valley Theater Company is presenting a production of Tipping the Velvet. This is playing from March 4th through the 27th. This is based on a book by Sarah Waters, and it's adapted by Laura Wade, and it's going to be directed by one of our local theater and public television folk here too. And I hope that you'll make the time to go and see this particular production. It's going to be put on at Big Idea Theater. Big Idea Theaters over on Del Paso Boulevard, 1616 Del Paso Boulevard, here in Sacramento. It's playing at 8 p.m. March 4th, 5th, 11th, 12th, 18th, 19th, and 25th and 26th. 7 o'clock on Sunday, March 13th, 20th, and 27th, and 2 p.m. on Saturday, March 26th. All tickets for this show are $20. It's a period piece, so it's all set in Victorian England, so it should be a lot of fun to just go and see the atmosphere around it, Tipping the Velvet. The synopsis shares: Nancy, a simple and plain oyster girl from Whitstable, England, first falls in love with the artistry and vibrant music hall phenomenon Kitty Butler, a male impersonator extraordinaire, and then falls in love with the woman behind the stage curtains and costumes. Soon, Nan and Kitty head for the bright lights of Leicester Square, where they perform on stage together as a successful singing and dancing double act. Offstage, the sensual relationship between these two leading ladies tests their personal and individual identities and resolve for being true to their dreams and desires and each other. Set in Victorian England, the show explores the themes of love, desire, individuality, and what we're willing to do and risk to realize our dream. And due to mature themes content, no one under 18 is admitted for this production of Tipping the Velvet. Black Point Theater presents The Children at the Wilkerson Theater. We talked a little bit about this one last time, how cool the Wilkerson Theater is. It's part of a 3-theater complex down at 25th near the railroad track, and it's part of California Stage, and the smallest theater over there is the 3 Penny Theater. So the Wilkerson's about a mid-sized theater. You'll have a very intimate stage. And it really makes for drawing in the audience when you're sitting in these nice small spaces like that, because you really feel connected to the actors. So they're presenting a production called The Children. Robin and Hazel, 2 nuclear physicists, are living in an isolated cottage on the coast of England. The world around them is reeling from a nuclear disaster at the plant where they used to be employed, when a friend from the past shows up unexpectedly. Old secrets and resentments are unearthed, lives reevaluated, and startling decisions made about the future for themselves and for the children. So this is by Lucy Kirkwood. Looks like it's going to be a great one. RTAA, we had shared these last time. RTAA is Roseville Theater Arts Academy, and they're presenting a production of The Little Mermaid. American River College is presenting a production of Lost Girl, and I did share that one before, so let me go over it again. Clearly, Little Mermaid is based on the Hans Christian Andersen book. Everybody thinks that, I don't know, maybe Disney wrote that. They did not. Hans Christian Andersen wrote that a long time ago, and it's one of the most beloved stories by them. And yes, it was animated, and it's got the music of Alan Menken and Howard Ashman, which are, just Disney's dream team for musical composers. And they've got, all the songs that you love in there: Under the Sea, Kiss the Girl, Part of Your World. So if you've enjoyed Little Mermaid before, please go to Roseville Theater Arts Academy and see their production of Little Mermaid. Their performances will start also on March 11th, and they'll be playing through March 26th. Then there's also Lost Girl at American River College. This is Peter Pan's Wendy. at the center of this magical play. And it's 10 years since Wendy and the Lost Boys returned from Neverland, yet Wendy still struggles to find her footing in Lost Girl. This is a production by play by Kimberly Bellflower, and it's a turn on the beloved story of Peter Pan. Wendy Darling is at the center of this magical play, and it opens at American River Theater on February 25th. So this one's opening tomorrow. It'll be opening tomorrow, and it'll have 6 live performances. It'll end on March 6th, and recordings of the show are actually going to stream on March 11th through the 13th. So if you can't get to see it in person, you'll get to see the streaming shows. Sierra Stages is putting up a production called Tiny Beautiful Things. This is based on an advice column book that was written called Advice on Love and Life from Dear Sugar. And it's a book written by the American author Cheryl Strayed. Tiny Beautiful Things is a collection of essays compiled from Strayed's Dear Sugar advice column, which she wrote anonymously on The Rumpus, an online literary magazine. The columns focus as much on her literary memoirs as they do on the advice and self-help. So, Tiny Beautiful Things is going to be presented at Sierra Stages as part of its 13th season. I love the fact that so many of our theater companies survived and persevered through the pandemic to come back and share with us. So they're going to be at the historic Nevada Theater in Nevada City, March 4th through the 26th for Tiny Beautiful Things. We included a few workshops last time, and I'm going to share these workshops with you again. And all of us can stand to add a few new tools to our toolbox, and I would highly suggest you contact whoever the sponsoring theater is to get more information about registration and classes and what you need to bring and things like that for the workshops. Woodland Opera House presents a vast array of workshops, and it's really nice because whether you're a child actor or an adult, no matter what your skill level is, there's something that you can learn and come and participate in. So singing, acting, dancing, they've had an educational program there for a number of years. So these workshops, these great workshops, the next one that you'll have a chance to go to, we already had one of them, but we've got one coming up on, that's the one-day youth workshop. Let me go to this one. Here we go. Because this is coming up on March 5th. March 5th. There are going to be 2 workshops, teen and adults only for these because they're working on stage combat. That should be cool. Learning how to sword play on stage or fight on stage. This is going to be Saturday, March 19th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Woodland Opera House Theater and Dance Annex. So again, register early if you want to be a part of these. And the other one is going to be the teen and adult stage makeup class. These are fun to have because stage makeup allows you to do a number of different things. We can put on some of the best faces and special effects later on if you've taken some stage makeup. So this is going to be on Wednesdays from 6 to 7:55, again at the Woodland Theater and Dance Annex. This is starting on March 5th, and Miles Meckling is going to be your teacher for that class. So for either one of those, please contact the Woodland Opera House to sign up for those classes. Visit their website. There has to be minimum enrollment for these, so if you do want to take these classes, I would suggest you register early so you can let them know you want to do this. Maybe get a friend to register with you so you can make sure that the class will go, so that they can keep offering these really cool classes for people. I'm going to be hopefully sharing some more time on Twitch with you coming up soon, playing some games. We're going to try and find some really cool games that could feature some, I don't know, theater-based trivia for us to engage in. test your knowledge just for fun. If you get to win, hey, you're just going to be our resident smarty pants because we don't have any prizes. We're just playing for fun. So in the next few weeks, I'll let you know when we're going to have these. You know, by all means, invite your friends. Maybe have some friends come over and hang out for a while. Have some beverages and snacks and play games with us. It won't be on Thursday night. We'll do it on a different night. So I'll be announcing when the games will happen. If you want to get advance notice about anything that we're streaming, please go ahead and hit the follow button on this site, and you'll get notifications when we're going to be on, so that you can tune in for any of the fun and activities we're going to have here. Next week, I'm hoping to have one of our first interview episodes. We're going to be talking with a good friend of the theater, Elio Gutierrez Montoya, and he's going to come and talk about some of the issues surrounding actors and particularly actors of color in the theater, and how we're looking at supporting and promoting the diversity of all of these people with so much talent in our area. So stay tuned. We'll have more information coming up about that, and when that will be a special weekend broadcast from our SARTA Twitch. Let's see, what else do we have? If you haven't already done so, please follow us. Again, by clicking here, you can follow us on Facebook at SARTA Theaters. You can go to our website, sarta@sarta.com, and go ahead and join SARTA if you like. There's lots and lots of perks for being a SARTA member to a SARTA patron. We're changing our language around that. It used to be membership, and we are totally revamping that program and hopefully going to bring you some other interesting and cool perks to go along with it, like free entry to our workshops and free theater tickets along with it. So please come, and however you wish to do it, follow us and be a part of the Sacramento area community theater world, because they need your support. They need your support. So please do that. And at this time, I always ask if there's any questions. Anybody have anything they want to share? Anybody have any burning issues that they want to cover? I've got my crack SARTA volunteer back here in the corner checking out our listing to see if anyone has anything for us. And I'll ask now, does anyone have anything for us? No. Okay. Well, you know what, you guys? Then we're done, I think, here for the evening. Whoops. Then I will have to say, I'll see you next time. Thank you for joining us on This Week at the Theater. And you guys have an amazing week. Go see some theater this weekend. Take care, everyone.